Hi, my name is Luke Hoffman. I'm the District Wildlife Manager for the Monte Vista area, Area 17 with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. The areas that I cover include GMU 791, 682, a small portion of 79 along the Rio Grande River, and a big chunk of GMU 80 in the mountains of the Rio Grande National Forest. I'd like to start off by talking about the San Luis Valley Summer Ag Land Damage Hunt. We get a ton of questions about that hunt. The hunt dates for that hunt are May 15th through the end of July annually. There's a 2-week break. The second season starts August 15th and runs all the way until the end of February annually. The first season is a bull-only season, and the second season is bull and cow. And that hunt is basically run through the use of private land-only vouchers that are distributed to qualifying landowners who meet a certain criteria, and basically they demonstrate they have game damage on their property for elk. Once those landowners receive those vouchers, they can give those vouchers to whoever they want, whether that's family, whether that's hunters who have knocked on their doors asking for permission, and as long as they meet a criteria for getting permission for those properties, they're good to go. So this is not what a lot of people think of a regular season elk hunt. This is a very, very special elk hunt, and to my knowledge, it's the only elk hunt of this kind that we do in the nation. Once again, it's May 15th through the end of July, and then August 15th until the end of February, controlled exclusively through vouchers given to landowners, who then in turn give those to hunters. CPW does not give the voucher information to hunters or landowner information to hunters. So if you are interested in doing this hunt, it's your responsibility as the hunter to secure permission from a landowner which you think would meet that criteria and have those vouchers, and then try to get a voucher from that landowner. So just wanted to clarify that. Let's talk about GMU 79 a little bit along the Rio Grande River. This is the newest portion of properties that include 791 and 682. So this portion is basically west of Highway 285, all the way up until Highway 160 meets Highway 112 in Del Norte, basically, and then everywhere east of there to Highway 285. That whole area is going through some big changes right now, and that's going to be closer to what 791 and 682 are right now. So it's going to be controlled exclusively through the landowners who are getting vouchers, and then those landowners give vouchers to the hunters for that property. Now, this doesn't impact deer hunting, so if you draw a buck tag for 79, you can still hunt on private properties along the river there in 79 too. We're only talking about elk hunting in that little portion of 79. And then the rest of the GMU 79 is not included in that special landowner voucher hunt deal for there too. Let's talk about GMU 80 a little bit. The portion of 80 that I cover is basically everything south and east of Del Norte. So those portions include San Francisco Creek, Nicomodes, Bonifacio drainages, Greeny Mountain, Rock Creek are the more popular ones, and then Pintada Mountain is another popular one too. Road access in this area is generally very good. There's a lot of road access going into the mountains there, which has its pros and cons. So you've got a high traffic of hunters traveling these roads. So it can, in times, be hard to get away from hunters if you're near the roads. So basically, you've got to get off the roads. You've got to start bushwhacking it up the mountain to get out of these high traffic areas, especially like up Rock Creek. I'll see a lot of pressure up Rock Creek and up San Francisco Creek. So your best bet, get off the roads, hike hard. Make sure you're physically prepared. A lot of people forget about this in Colorado. These elevations up here where we're talking are anywhere from 7,500 feet all the way up to 11,500 feet or more on the east side. So make sure you're physically prepared. That includes, if that includes training for the hunt, go ahead and do that. because I would rather see hunters come in shape than down in an ambulance from altitude sickness. Drink lots of water. Don't come into camp with a bunch of alcohol. That's no good for you, you know, at altitude anyway. So make sure you're getting plenty of fluids, electrolytes, drink your Gatorade, and just stay really well hydrated. And you got to eat a lot too when you're up here at a high altitude, because your body burns a lot more calories than usual. These units, or these areas in Unit 80, have really good elk hunting. They're over-the-counter units. So we're talking over-the-counter GMUs for second and third rifle. So you can imagine that there's a lot of hunters in these areas during those seasons. And you're right, there are. But if you do a lot of scouting before the hunt starts, and if you really study your maps really good, you're gonna find those pockets within GMU 80 that are pretty accessible, only a couple miles hike, where you can beat the crowds and you can get away from people and you can have a really successful hunt and be in the elk. If you have any more questions or need anything else, feel free to call our Parks and Wildlife office in Monte Vista at 719-587-6900. And I hope to see you all out there. Good luck to you, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.